to the ginger chef. So now we're going to add some butter to our sausages. And that's just going to give it a nice...
Francois!
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 It's time!
Right, now on to Microsoft Excel. Now Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Word were made by the same company, in case you were wondering. Later on, we'll see that Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Word have very similar features, but at their core serve very different functions. While Microsoft Word is a program used to create documents, Microsoft Excel is a program primarily used to create spreadsheets. Firstly, we just simply have to open Microsoft Excel by double-clicking it on our desktop. And as you can see, we have the layout for Microsoft Excel. If you take a look, you'll see that some features are quite similar. Both Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel have a title bar giving you the name of your current workbook. They have a file menu and home tabs, as well as the menu ribbon, which is common among Microsoft products. Now, the first major difference that you may notice with Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel is that instead of a blank page that you see in Microsoft Word, you see a almost grid-like page. This is known as a spreadsheet, which is the main function of Microsoft Excel. Now, the individual blocks in spreadsheets are cells. A cell is distinguished by its row number and its column number. The first cell selected as A1. The selected cell will be seen next to the formula bar. We'll get into later. As you can see, we can select different cells, and the cell window will change accordingly. It's worth noting that the cursor in Microsoft Excel is a small cross or plus, depending on your lexicon, and the cursor itself will change depending on where you place it. For example, if you put the cursor on a border, you'll be able to move the cell, and if you place the cursor in the corner of a cell, you'll be able to expand it. Right, on the bottom of the screen, you see what are known as tabs. In this case, the tabs let you switch between different worksheets. Sometimes when working on projects, you will work on a single worksheet, and other times you'll work on multiple worksheets. This is all depending on your needs at the time. Now, typing in Microsoft Excel is very similar to typing in Microsoft Word, with only a few minor changes. For example, typing a month of the year is done very much the same way. But Excel has some very handy functions. For example, clicking and dragging the bottom right corner of a box wherein the month has been typed will expand to the entire calendar. So as you can see, where we've originally typed January, we now have February through to December. Now, in Microsoft Excel, you also have the ability to format the cells in which you'll be working. This is simply done by right-clicking to bring up a context menu and selecting Format Cells. Within Format Cells, we have a number of options. Cells can be formatted to a currency value, automatically set to your region, date, time, simple text, or perhaps a number. In this menu, we can also change the alignment of the cell, moving the text to the bottom, top, left, or right. We can change the font, which you've seen before in Microsoft Word. We can give a cell a border. more commonly, we outline a specific cell that has a very important purpose in our document. We can change the color of the cell. We can even change if anybody else who views your project is able to change the content of the cell. And that's format cells. Another important feature of Microsoft Excel is functions. The most common functions you'll be using are basic mathematical functions. For example, say we'd like to add two numbers together. For example, 50 and 78. If we want the result to appear in a third cell, we need only select the Insert Function button, select the Sum function, which adds two numbers together, and select the cells that we would like included in our calculation. These cells are known as arguments. From here we click OK, and as you can see, the result is now displayed in the third cell. The reason somebody may use a function is so that they may have the ability to change the values in the cells but still have the function cell display the output. Looking at some other basic functions, we have the average, we have count, and we have the minimum and maximum. As always, to print out the spreadsheet, we need only select File and Print in a manner similar to any other Microsoft product.
Join us next time for some browsing of the World Wide Web. Mwahahaha. Well, that's it for this episode of The Ginger Genius. Join us next time for another episode. Remember, the F5 key is not the only thing refreshing. Or am I?